Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And why are we looking at a small little OSR icon? It's a small little OSR icon from Discord. And I think it's interesting because just a little history. When we had the great schism in the OSR back in the end of the G plus days, the beginning of the MeWe days. The breakaways called themselves Sword Dream. That was the new OSR, and they went and they declared the OSR to be heretics and evil bastards and the rest of that stuff because we, the main OSR, didn't want to insert politics into our gaming. So, this is the OSR group I'm going to be referring to. It's on Discord. Now, why do I think it's important? Well, for one thing, apparently, I am constantly on their mind, but popped up on the tavern server that we were getting refugees. And one of the things, and I don't want to, out the individual, but any other people who got banned from the OSR Discord for asking whether a ping to at everyone, now at everyone is a ping that goes server-wide on Discord. So if you have a couple thousand members, you can go to a couple thousand members. At the tavern, we have a once-a-week ping on Thursdays to remind people that there is a tavern chat hangout at 9 p.m. Eastern. And a couple of months ago, I had somebody complain, new member to the server, oh, you should give a specific role so only people who want to be notified get notified. And my response was, well, first off, I'm the admin. Only the admins can do server-wide pings. And secondly, we only do it once a week. And if you don't want to get the ping, you just opt out. You can do that. I do that on most servers. So, this at everyone ping was a reminder, had nothing to do with gaming. Reminder, trans rights are human rights. Prior to standing up against oppression, F the police. So, when the person and our refugee asked, was this really needed? Again, it's a gaming server. They were banned. Reason? The ping works great. Now, I was like, all right, well, how accurate is this? Well, somebody gave me a bunch of screenshots from the OSR Discord server. And let's be clear. There's often this thought, and it's on Facebook too, it's on all the social media areas, that you have a walled garden. Everything you do in your walled garden is private, and only the people we allowed to be in here are going to be in here. And anything that happens in here is not going to be shared, and yada, 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 yada. Okay, it's not the way it works. Everything you do on the internet is public. Sorry. It's like walking around with your zipper open and your wee-wee hanging out. Everybody gets to see it. So, I'm guessing this is from their general channel, their open channel. So we don't need to ping about OSR stuff because it's literally a majority of what is discussed here. So they only need to ping, and everyone ping about social issues. Something else. Can we do more random pings in random channels so I can just watch the complete chaos that unfolds? They ban a cop because the guy asked, now I'll go and click my ban by saying, what if a cop wants to play? Are cops not wanted at a table because they chose the wrong job? Very easy. You chose to be a cop. It's easy not to be a cop. People do all the time. So, yeah, instant ban, no takebacks. I don't understand how this is a gaming server, but okay. At the bottom of this screen, we actually have, we're celebrating trans rights and banned like 10 transphobes. Again, hey, if this is a server that's a pride server, great. LGBTQA plus. I lose myself after a couple of points there. Fine. But see, there's a difference now between the original schism and the ongoing schism is before they said, we're even embarrassed to be the OSR. Now they want to redefine themselves as the OSR. Who's they? Activists, right? That it isn't. This isn't about gaming, folks. Honestly, it isn't about gaming. If it was, the discussions would be about gaming. It's not about gaming. So I'm going to do what I can to keep an eye on this, keep a focus on this. So, and of course, Tenkar becomes a huge part of the conversation there. The interview with Courtney, apparently there's a Courtney interview that they're saying was back in 2016, 2017. I didn't start doing, and they say they watched it. They didn't watch it. I didn't start doing my podcast on Anchor until 2018, so they were off by a couple of years. I'm not even sure. I did well over 1,000 Anchor episodes before switching over to YouTube. I've had Courtney on since then, and they're talking about Tenkar media started talking about people in count as a competent examples. It's quite possible I did. And this guy, retired adventurer. I think Tenkar would say that he's not racist, but that I likely am a racist because of my worldviews. Hey, they're allowed to say what they want about me, but they say a lot about me, and they say a lot that's inaccurate. Tenkar is absolutely the person to talk to if you're trying to promote something, because his blog community is basically just that. It's appalling. You don't have to like what I do. That's fine. But what's appalling is apparently that I have influence that's not being used for them. I was told that years ago, before I had a podcast, I was just doing a blog, that the reason why a certain segment of the gaming community had it in for me is because I didn't use my powers, my influence, for good. I used it for gaming, and how it was a waste of influence and authority. A waste. I think that using it for members of the gaming community, raising money for people in need, raising money for families where a member of the family passed and they got funeral expenses, raising money for, like I said this before, people like Darlene, who would risk losing her home. I believe those are good causes, and a great cause is for me to use my influence. I also an individual that happens to think that gaming is my escape, and I'm not looking to talk about or discuss more important issues, and politics and social issues are certainly more important than gaming in the right context. I don't like to mix the two. It is not, in my mind, peanut butter and chocolate. It is not Reese's Pieces or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Now they go on. And the fact that the Shadow Dark creator knows so little that they chose to interview with Tenkar just reinforces the notion that she is a well-funded outsider marketing to the community. Oh, what community? She's marketing to the community at large. They are talking about their specific community. Rather than a member of a community producing something in good faith, I think that she did a great job producing something in good faith, which is part of the root of the backlash against it. There isn't that much backlash against Shadow Dark. $1.365 million. It's likely going to, or a good chance, it's going to, once the Cobalt Games Kickstarter for Tales of the Valiant ends, it's like Shadow Dark will have raised more money than that. That is huge. But again, why is Kelsey getting pushback? Because she's not playing by their rules. She's playing by her own rules. I play by my own rules. So, retired adventurer who, again, talks like they think they know a lot. Personally, I find Tenkar's willingness to shill anything he can get paid for and his eager attempts to promote himself as an OSR taste master, at least, as obnoxious. Now, I was told that I was the cop of the OSR because I'm the one that went after bad Kickstarters, and people were offended by that. So I don't know OSR taste master. I don't really do reviews. I do very few. If I do a review, I really, really like the product. I think it's special. One of those things with Shadow Dark. Willingness to shill anything he can get paid for. Retired adventurer. Read this. There's no in between the lines. I'm telling you flat out, go fuck yourself. All right? I have done sponsorship one time. That was with Lloyd Metcalf, the artist, zine creator, writer, publisher. And that was I wasn't even doing the YouTube channel at that point. I think I was just still doing the Anchor Cast. And then I like Lloyd on a personal level. I like the work that he does. And I have yet to do another sponsorship or get paid for any of this stuff that I do. Do I get affiliate sales from RPG Now and Humble Bundle? Certainly. Do I make, I don't know, $2-3 a day from ads on YouTube? Certainly. It's not paying the bill, but I certainly do. But do I get paid to shill shit? No. I am not. Oh, what's that big OSR channel that asks for hundreds of dollars for things to be? Oh, Questing Beast. Yes, Questing Beast. Now, why aren't you getting mad at Questing Beast? Oh, I'm guessing because he plays your game. He plays by your rules. You see, I've had people for years try to unperson me, stealth ban me, and all this other wonderful stuff. They try to remove me from the gaming world, and they can't. And why can't they? I'm retired, so you can't threaten my job. You can't threaten my income. And my friends know who I am. My friends respect me for who I am. And you just don't, you fall flat. You can. People like Retired Adventurer and others who spew their skewed perceptions about people. Yes, you can influence certain people who do things like these videos to make an income, to survive. You can't do much when this is just my hobby and something I like to do because I enjoy it and because it's fulfilling. I know it frustrates you. What's going to frustrate you more is that I'm going to be keeping an active eye on things like this and call it out for when they spew their bullshit. So I'm expecting that there's going to be a lot more. I expect a lot more refugees. By the way, there's a link to the Discord server. And again, I assume that, and I've told this to other people in the past, if you think that you have a conservative group and there are no spies, or a progressive group on Discord or Facebook, and there are only people that truly believe your worldview, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. There are people there that are just there to watch your world burn down. There are people there who are just there to expose your extremism. You know? So is this Sword Dream 2.0? I don't know. But it certainly seems that unlike last time where they sought to redefine themselves as Sword Dream because the OSR was a bunch of ists, now it seems like they are trying to just redefine the OSR. Interesting, right? This isn't about gaming. The talk isn't about gaming. When I say that in my communities, I want the talk to be about gaming, I mean it. Because that's what the tie that brings us together. This, what I'm looking at on this screen, is not about bringing the community together. It's not about bringing people together. It's about division and dividing. All right. More power to you. Folks, on that note, as always, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll be back with more tomorrow, maybe more about this, maybe more about something different. I'd like it to be about something different, but hey, who can say? All right, folks, on that note, I'm out of here. Laters.